Hello and welcome to another edition of Autobody on Haiku, and I'm your host, Roshan. So, are you thinking of buying a new car? Or should you lease a car? Or wait, there's a new buzzword in town, subscribe to a car. That's right, just like you would subscribe to a paper or magazine, you can now pay a monthly subscription for a car. But what's more cost efficient, and what are the downsides of buying a car outright, leasing a car, or subscribing to a car? All the three methods of owning or rather using a car have their advantages and disadvantages. Here's a look at how they work. When you buy a car, there are two choices you make: buy it outright if you have some spare cash lying around, or take a car loan. The upside of buying it outright is that you don't have the hassle of having the car's registration hypothecated to a bank. You don't end up paying more for the car in terms of loan interest over the tenure of a loan. And yes, some companies even offer discounts on outright cash purchases. The downside, well, obviously that's a lot of money that you have to shell out for a car right up front, which for most people would affect liquidity and cash flows. There's no difference as such to resale value of the car if you bought it outright or took a loan. Now let's look at a couple of other methods of owning or rather being able to use a car for the long term. One is by corporate leasing, and then there's the subscription model. Now, in a corporate leasing model, there are advantages to leasing a car. For one, you don't have to pay any down payment on the lease. You just directly pay a monthly fixed lease amount, and the car has a pre-agreed to residual value as well. So at the end of the lease tenure, if you want to carry on with the same car, you can pay the residual value and own the car completely. The other advantage is that the lease amount gets tax benefits. Companies can claim depreciation on car leasing, and as an employee, you can also save on tax. At the end of the lease tenure, you could choose to upgrade to another car and continue the lease as well. The downside is that the car is registered in the company's name and is leased through a leasing partner. And if you want to continue the lease or buy it before the term, you end up paying a penalty, which makes it more expensive than even taking a loan. Now, there's a third model as well, which is being pushed quite aggressively by companies like Zoomcar and Rev, the subscription model. You can choose to subscribe to a car for a fixed period of time, say 6 months, 1 year, or more. The subscription model is a variation of the leasing model. Here, the cars are owned by the company you are subscribing the car from. They then lease the cars out to you for a fixed sum monthly. That's usually about the same that you would pay if you were leasing a car, or perhaps maybe it might be a little lower. This model works well for someone who needs a car for a limited period of time. Say you are in a new city for a project for 6 months or so, you can lease a car, or for that matter, subscribe to a car. It also works for those who don't want to commit to the long term loan pressures of owning a car, such as routine maintenance, batteries, tires, etc. All that is taken care of by the company you are subscribing the car from. However, there is one stigma to this. These cars come with a black and yellow number plate, which is a commercial number plate. People don't like to be seen driving a rental car. If that doesn't bother you, by all means go ahead and subscribe to a car. You don't have to commit. You can always swap cars anytime you want. So, what do you think is the right model for you to own, lease, or subscribe? Oh, yes, if you haven't subscribed to this channel already, I suggest you do now.